Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Same position we were in when I logged off last. So, what I need to do is I need to get iron. Lots and lots of iron. Someone told me, too, to look in my chest that I had spikes in there. Oh, yeah, I do have spikes in there. Well, thank you for that, whoever that was. Yeah, I had the 7 wood log spikes in there, but we're just going to stick with these for now. Tell you what. We're going to need so much scrap. Before I even put those down, we need to go get more. Make sure building supplies are all in the same chest here. We need to go, I left wood in there. Need to go get some more scrap iron. For sure. Goodness, I'm almost dead. I'm thirsty, hungry, angry. Let's get a little drink of some goldenrod tea. Get my eat on. So we're getting that wellness back up from where it dropped. Tell you what, let's clear some of this junk out. Take back to the base. We'll take our wrench. Since everyone's always on me about scrapping the cars. Let's see, we're going to stick to this stuff in here. Take all this stuff back to the base with us because we're not going to... Yeah, we'll leave those in case of emergency for bandages. Everything else looks like it can stay. There's a mountain man up there. You know, our bike probably needs some gas. 5%, I'd say it did. I'll go ahead and take out Mr. Mountain Man over here. You don't like that spike club, do you? Looks a little bit like a zombie version of Joel. Never really thought about that, but... Joel wearing a lumberjack outfit. So, we're going to get on back over here. And what I may do is I may cut and go do some mining. Matter of fact, do we have our... Yes, we do have our auger. Cut, go do some mining while we're over here. Back in that little honey hole for iron. And I don't think I'm going to fast forward that. It's just going to take away time. Even if it's 5 or 10 minutes, it's just going to take away time from our episode and doing other cool things. Head on down in here into the hole. Need to get all our forges topped off anyway and get some more steel. Kind of surprised there's anything left in there, but you know, it's been a little while. I don't remember exactly how long, but top that and throw a little bit more in there. There's our scrap iron. Tell you what we'll do, we'll stick this stuff. Why did I bring those log spikes? Are they still making in my inventory? They probably, oh, they sure are. All right. Clay. No shortage of clay now, so we'll go ahead and keep that topped off. Make sure we have plenty. All right. Looking good, looking good. Don't know why I brought the concrete mix. I didn't remember that I had this concrete mix on me over here in the storage, but I do. Thank you very much. So I tell you what I didn't do. Which one has the most iron? They're all about the same, aren't they? Yeah, they sure are. So we're not going to make a whole lot of steel. with the little bit of iron we have, I tell you, we could probably benefit most by just getting scrap iron going right now. So we're going to need so much scrap iron. Alright, so that's like 2 stacks going right there. This one can be steel. This just burned out. I have plenty of stone though, so let's just go ahead and get that going since we're here. Let's make as much cement as we can and just have that on standby, because I'm about to bring back a lot of stone here in just a moment. And I'm going to stick my wood spikes in here so we don't forget those. I need to run back up to the bike and grab some repair kits. Boy, we might have to head over to the Hub City base sometime soon and make more repair kits. I mean, I don't know how many more times I'm gonna have to. I know everyone keeps getting on me about repairing the bike, but I think it's fine. You know, it's until it gets really low, I'm not gonna concern myself with it. Gas. So we should have gas down in here. Let's check our storage chest right here. And just to save time all the way around for editing and everything, because I'm actually cutting it pretty close today to get this episode recorded and uploaded and published to you all for tomorrow. I'm just going to cut right here. I'm going to go down my little hole down here. Matter of fact, I'll take you down here with me before I get started. And we'll get some mining done. It looks like back in this area right here is where I was at. To be almost an infinite amount of iron back here. I haven't even touched this layer of gravel right here to get down to it. So let me do that and I'll be back in just a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, I've been at this pretty much this whole day. And tomorrow is Horde Day. Pretty sure tomorrow is Horde Day. I think our last Horde was 140, so we're going to be having to pack it all up here pretty soon and head over to a more suitable bunker. You know, I did think about taking on the Horde in this little bunker over here. One problem that I might run into, though, is that it's going to require a good many resources to... boy, I need to take my jacket off. You know, this whole time I can't even take it off my inventory. Well, yeah, I have a slot on my belt. There's even some nitrate and lead and all down there. I guess you saw that last time when I did a fast forward for mining down there. There's a big pocket of nitrate down there. But yeah, anyway, this base would require a little bit of steel to get it back up. And it's tiny. I mean, this base is really tiny. I don't know if it would take on such a massive horde. Maybe. I don't know. We'll probably head on back over to the free fall bunker or barbed wire or one of those. But let's get this all sorted out here real quick. I just stayed until I filled up and I actually ran out of gas. I had one slot left to fill and I ran out of gas. So stick our lead and our nitrate in there. We'll take that back over with us when we go. Stone. It didn't get much stone. The stone and sand came from gravel is where that came from. There's a huge pit of iron down there. So all of this is out of wood. Let's get some wood going in the forges. Here's zombies up above that are not happy. To be expected if you're dead, but not really. Oh, and I know that one's certainly not happy coming. Go ahead and scream. I know you're going to scream. What do we need to do here? We're going to leave this little bit of wood here. There goes the scream. And I can take these spikes and this cement mix over there with me. And we can also take out what's created in this one and add it to that one. Put that back. How many is that? 4. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Little body parts falling down on my head. All right. Good, good, good. You know what? We can top off all the forges now because we'll get them absolutely 100% full with iron. We're going to take... Shoot. We're going to take this scrap over there with us. And the scrap over here with us. We're going to need all of that. And... you know what I really should do? We'll probably wait now since Horde Day is so close to us. I can't even hear myself think with this headset on and these zombies screaming in my ears up here. I think they're getting finished off now. We need to make ourselves another fort. Now I could take this one. It still has 25 minutes left though. I hate to waste those resources. I could wrench this one and take it with us. There's another screamer. But it would probably benefit us to get another forge over there. So we could just pump out. I mean, it's almost a bit too late for it now, but I was going to say so we could pump out scrap iron over at that base. So let's go ahead and take whatever has finished producing there. This one's still producing over here. So that should be enough scrap iron to at least get us started. Something else I'm going to have to do is check our time and see how much time I actually recorded a moment ago. See if they left us any presents, any pistols. I'm a little surprised. No pistols so far. Oh, there's a bandage. That's probably good because our health's down to 50. Goodness. Yeah, we'll take that duct tape. I guess the cloth as well. And... let's stick it all over here. Do a little sort feature. And we need to get out of here before 2200 hits because this base is going to constantly have screamers running at it. But that is something I need to do. I need to get, when we get back over to the hub city, I need to make repair kits. Because I did go through, I think, 4 or more repairs while I was down there mining. So we're going to be running low on those before too long. I don't know that I have to trench out much more, but we're going to need that auger for mining. And believe it or not, I'm walking on there. Believe it or not, I have used most of the gas that we mined oil shale. What was that? I forgot how many tens of thousands it was that we mined. But anyway, it won't be long and I'll be out of that as well. So I can't get myself in a bind like I did last time and not have enough gas to even mine for this stuff. I was really close to not having enough. But yeah, she's starting to look right. She's starting to look good. I kind of like the snow on the spikes. That's a nice little effect. Pretty cool looking. It's still going to have to do something with an entrance over here. Perhaps move this entrance to out there somewhere, maybe where the mini bike is sitting, which will be easy. It'll be easy to do, but it's something I need to think about doing before I fill in all of the wood spikes around here. We certainly don't want to trap ourselves in. So let's take the rest of the spikes we have. Maybe, yeah, there they are, 92. And we don't have enough steel to even touch what we need to do, so we could probably just leave that there. Maybe I'll be surprised, you know, but would be a pleasant surprise to have enough. But I need to put my jacket on and get these spikes ready to place. So some of you have said you thought it looked kind of cool. Just popped in my mind the other day, hey, this is a, you know, originally you saw me do it too high, and I thought, well, the too high would look cool, like a little tower, but it didn't work out because I worried that they would run up and, well, we're going to have mountain men running at us at nighttime. I worried they would walk up to it and they would just stand there and beat on it and destroy them. Let's get these all placed out here. Oh, you know what? I better heal myself up. Before you know it, I'll have 2 or 3 mountain men running over to me, and it'll be dark. And all right, there's the 22 horn. Is that one? Yeah, that one too. It's even making it difficult for me to navigate through here. I don't know if this is the wisest idea to do them one at a time, each one, and change the rotation. That sounded good on paper. I was just saying, I messed one up there, and look at what I did. You know, technically, I don't want to waste them, but you can stack these on top of each other. Look at that. You know, you can do it like that. And I thought about doing that, but then I worried that... I just worried they would destroy it, you know, and I have no gas on me to auger those. So let's just get these other ones in place first, and then we'll worry about that. Now my guy's overheating. Oh, and I didn't place that right. Ah, son of a gun, Spartan. See, you can run over the tip. Well, I ran over that one and that did damage. But if you just barely nip the tip there, nip the tip. If you barely nip the tip, it doesn't do any damage to you. You have to walk on this where you see that inner ring to do the damage. You have to navigate carefully through here. I missed a lot of them. Boy, I'm a little hazy today. Not that I'm, you know, not always hazy, but today especially. Looks like we got all except for right here. Let's see what it would take. Can we scrap these things? Nah, you can't do that. So it would take longer just to sit there and hack those with an axe than it would for us just to run, go grab some gas. Kind of need to get rid of these two. Closer we to the edge. We're very close to the edge. So I looked at it the other day and I thought about tunneling this out all the way over to the edge so that when they walk up the edge they come in. But then be my luck, they would most likely like tunnel over to me through the mountain or something. I'm totally lost today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so sorry. Gas. Came over here for gas. I'm like that dog that walks in the room and looks around and just walks back out like he had no idea why he walked into that room. Totally forgot what he went in there to get. There's a mountain man that's gonna come running at us. Come over here, you mountain man. Look at that. That was a nice little green puffer coat. Shouldn't need that. Let's see if there are any others that want to come over here and get a little piece. A little something. What I'm going to do here in just a moment, of course you won't know it because it'll just cut off and turn right back on, but I'm going to turn the video off for just a second and see how much time I have between that first recording And this one. Here comes a mountain man. Come here, Mr. Mountain Man. You won't make it through this little maze once I get those wood spots. Look at how he navigated through that. Like a boss. Oh, I hear another one. Oh, look like he hit his buddy. You hit your buddy. Don't hit your buddy. Oh, don't hit me. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mr. Jumbalak. Oh. So miss one right there and one right over there. Well, thank you, whoever that was. I'm so bad with that. But well, the problem is that 12 hours ago, I read the comment that someone made, or however many hours it's been, and I just forget, you know, the day goes by, and but someone commented, before you make more spikes for that back section, don't forget in your chest you have, you know, 80-something, 90-something spikes, and glad you said that, because that did save me a decent amount of scrap. Oh. What is that? You lost your leg? I'm sorry, Mr. Lumberjack. I'll take you out of your misery. Sapsucker. Take out these little trees here. Want a nice clear open look all the way around. Of course, eventually we'll kind of go over there and take a couple of those trees out too. Make sure it's nice and open. Nice and open. Alright, so let's dump this stuff off here. I'm going to dump you in here. And before I go on any more, let me break for just a second here and see what how we're doing on time. All right, we are back and good on time. So I did the only 2 here. If I were to go any further over, if I upgrade that side with the wooden spikes, you know, I'm not going to be able to. Oh, I jumped and landed right into the barbed wire. I'm not going to be able to reach this other side, so I really have to think about, you know, how I'm going to get these things back tip top. I may have to do the old frame trick and build a layer of frames out here to repair it after the horde. Of course, I think we're only really going to get one good horde out of this base before the next alpha. We'll see, you know, maybe not. Maybe we get multiple hordes, you know, a couple. Get to test it a couple different ways, but need to get these things upgraded at least to the first tier. Boy, that's taking a lot of scrap. So we're just going to chew through this little bit of scrap that we have here. And we're going to actually go ahead and take the steel that we have, because I have to be more careful with the steel because I could upgrade these concrete blocks easily, and I do not want to do that. If these little concrete blocks, say a crawler or something, were to get up here and beat on this thing and beat on this thing during the horde and I couldn't get to him or kill him, yeah, it wouldn't be a big loss if they took out this one little block of concrete. You know, it's not going to be very hard to replace. I doubt that happens, but just in case it did. Certainly don't want to waste steel on them to make them more durable. They're going to be durable enough. Boy, we are just chewing through this scrap iron, but we have a lot of it now. It's just a shame, you know, we don't have some forges over here. What we'd have to do, though, if we did, we'd have to put them so far away from here so that screamers didn't come to our base where we're at. It'd be no different than me hopping on the bike and riding for 30 seconds to get there, you know, so it's fine the way it is. At least over there, all that's self-contained and no issues dealing with screamers. Tell you what, we'll just do this side here, and then we'll come back down the other side. All right. Looking good. Man, almost out. Tell you what, let's stop right there. Let me get this backside because I'll forget. This barbed wire is going to need to be repaired at some point as well. Boy, I've hit those spikes enough that I've taken about 30 damage. They don't do a whole lot of damage to you, but of course the more you upgrade them, I'm sure the more damage they do. All right, we need to take this out. Take this one out too. It's a little bit more iron. Well, you can just get to chasing this stuff down and tell you what we're gonna do though. Since we have it on us, we will be our own forge. We are a living forge. 1300. Okay. Well, that's that on that side for the most part. Let me check, make sure we didn't have any more scrap in here somewhere. We don't. We got a little bit of nitrate powder and coal from that, and lead from those boulders. Tell you what, we're gonna scrap you too. It's kind of a waste, but we have plenty of it over at the other base, so I'm not too concerned. So I just did this as a test, but we cannot do this anymore. We can't put these wooden spikes down anymore until we guaranteed get them up to steel, and then we can think about. Tell you what, right now, this is what we can do. And this is more than likely what I'm going to have to do when I was telling you, how we're going to have to repair things. If they, take a little damage. What's going to happen, though, but this is my theory on what's going to happen. Whichever side they come from, they're going to chew those wooden spikes out of the way, and they're going to leave a path for us. So anywhere that the steel spikes might be taking damage, the wooden spikes are also going to be gone in that area. Because, the wooden spikes, they go away with just a mosquito can fly by and the wooden spike just falls apart. So that's the theory, at least, is after the Horde's done, if we can't, normally get to them, we will be able to after the Horde wherever it's taking damage. And as you see, too, the steel spikes don't really need a lot of repair. I mean, they go for a long time. That little tiny base that we keep going over to, I don't know how many hundreds of days it's been since we actually repaired the spikes over there. Oh, so you get it all at one time. I see how that works. I see how it works. I was thinking it was going to poop out a little bit of iron to me every time. So this is what we have to be very careful of when we're going through here to upgrade these spikes, is we have to individually click on each one, because if we just hold down the button, we're going to be upgrading a lot of concrete that we do not need to waste steel on. Not good. Oh, I'm going to have a little bit of iron to click on each one that I stepped on by accident, because it took just one tick of damage. Son of a gun. And think about that. All right. We'll get the interior ones here. We'll come back around and get the exterior at a later date. Need to replace that barbed wire right there. This is most likely something I could have fast forwarded through. I don't know, maybe you want to watch me do it, but there's not a whole lot of entertainment value in what we're doing here. I worry about that. You know, I just started building a capital vessel, which is like a mobile base on Empyrean, and I worried that most people wouldn't want to see that, but I've had a few good responses today so far. I actually picked up a couple new subscribers watching that. I was a little surprised that, you know, it's a draw, but I guess there are some that don't know how to do something like that. Well, you know, how to start at least, what they should, the essentials, what needs to be on there and what doesn't, that sort of thing. So kind of a tutorial, same thing as we do over here on this game, where we you know, build bases and teach everyone the mechanics and how you do it and all of that stuff. Same thing on Empyrean with the capital ships. Capital ship is about as big as this base is actually that we're working on now. I forgot the dimensions of it. It's not really, but it's as big as the inside of that base is, though. It's going to be a flying base when we're done with it. So if you haven't checked out Empyrean and you're curious about, you know, maybe what some of that's about, go check out episode 23, which is the first episode of building a capital vessel, capital ship, which is, like I said, a flying base with all the defenses and everything on it. And it's a large structure just like this. You know, you kind of get to see me start off with a giant rectangle and then move into something a little more fancy. We'll have angled pieces and glass and all of that stuff on it. Turrets. Episode 23. I'm anticipating it's probably going to take 6 or 8 episodes to complete that capital vessel. So we'll see. People are enthused now about it, but we'll see how they feel in about 6 or 8 episodes when I'm still putting finishing touches on it. But it's just like this. You know, you can only get so much done in an hour's time, and I do a good bit of work on that game off camera, though. Not everything I do on that game is documented. Oh my gosh. Dog Horde. Someone asked me that the other day. They're like, you know, when do you get the dog hordes? And I said, well, it's all kind of random now. And they were asking if it was 2 days before the horde or what, and I said no, it's not like that anymore. It can be the day of the horde. I even get them time to time that right after the horde is over, I'll get a dog horde to come through. I don't know where he's going to. He's like, oh, the heck with this, I'm out of here, yo. Too many spikes for me. Certainly he's going to turn around, right? Or did he have enough? I think he had enough. Tucked his tail between his legs and headed on out. So we're getting pretty thirsty here. I need to get myself something to drink here soon. Well, it looked like there are going to be more coming. So I figured I'd hang out on the other side of the barbed wire there. Oh, here he's coming back now. He's coming back now. Follow me through this little minefield, sucker. Let's get whatever we missed over here. Only a few. So I think he pretty much ate it back in the old minefield. I don't think he'll be joining us. All right, so starting to look a little better now. Well, those dogs really sneak up on you because I can hear zombies. I mean, I could hear a zombie fart like a whole block away from me, but I can't hear a pack of dogs running up on me. You know, that doesn't really make sense. Hey, also, I don't know if you've, maybe I mentioned it last episode. If you have not, Joel has released another video. Go check that out. He shows the new hitbox on the zombies that they have fixed. He talks about the several of the new features in the game, and it's just starting to come together, starting to look a lot better. My guess is that you know, we're probably still several weeks away, but who knows? I think I was talking to Glimpse today, and he said in the forums, Joel said there most likely wouldn't be any more videos. So when Joel says that, you know, they're putting the final touches on it. So it should be here soon. I'm actually kind of crossing my fingers that they hold off just a little while longer so I can get this computer built before 16 hits. But either way, I should have, you know, Lord willing, I have all my finances together by then. Of course, it's time for bills right now, but you know, I'd like to get that thing built sometime right after 16 drops, and then we'll certainly have improved quality. Not only the quality of the editing and all of that, but what you see here on this computer, the graphics are not all the way up on Ultra. And I do get the comment from time to time, oh, that game looks like garbage. And I feel that I'm doing a bit of misrepresenting the game here with the way the game looks. My computer will only make it look so good without being super laggy. So hopefully we can turn everything up to Ultra all the way across the board. And the other hope is, we're not going to start out this way on Alpha 16, but when we get a good base established and we feel like we're kind of, you know, kicking zombie butt, we're going to see about jacking up that zombie per wave way beyond the 35 that we have now. So you know how challenging it is at 35. It's going to most likely still be default 8, but we're going to jack it up to, I don't know, if I could do 100 per wave, I'll do it, you know, if the computer will run that. I don't know how optimized Alpha 16 will be with all of that, but so we're out of scrap. That's all the scrap we have. Actually, have more steel than we did scrap to upgrade the rest of those. So it's looking good. It's looking better. Still have a little bit of time here left on the episode. I could go ahead. Oh boy, we missed that one right there. Let's build out to it. So I guess the dogs saw the little minefield here, and they said, you know what, Spartan can keep that. We're going somewhere else. We're going to go bother someone else. Because usually you'll get a bunch of packs of groups of 2 just over and over and over. And this time we did not see that. We saw 2 groups of 2, and that was it. So let me stick my building supplies back in here. A little bit of scrap iron that's left. A little bit of steel that's left. Boy, that's depressing. It's going to take a lot of steel to get what we need to get done. We'll take the rebar with us, because I tell you what I'm going to do right now. We're going to take the ladders. We're going to need those. I'm going to break out the old auger. I'm going to get lined up here. And let's see if I dig down right here. Am I in line with that? I do believe that I am. All right, so... Oh. You know what, we'll go ahead and make 20 of these. We're going to need them anyway. I've been saying it for a while. I don't know if I can get it done in the remaining time that we have here for the recording. We have about 15 minutes left or something. Place that door the wrong way as well. Now, another thing is, should I leave this one here? I think I will. I think I'll leave it there. And we'll just make another way to get in here as well. Make ourselves a little hallway. Let's see, what about maybe right... Oh, we're thirsting to death. We have, we're thirsting to death because we've been needing that that drink for quite some time now, ever since long before we were attacked by those dogs. Let's walk out here and do that. And that way, once we get that, we can just go into the base from here. We don't have to continuously walk through that, we'll call it a minefield. Get myself a sip of coffee here. We're going to eat some of this charred meat. Ah, tasty, tasty, tasty. And we'll finish off with a little bit of cornbread. Back up to 181. We dropped a little bit there because we had that screamer horde at the other base. It came in and messed us up pretty good. Almost died a couple times there too. And Glimpse told me he was screaming, you know, Spartan, you're bleeding out. Spartan, you're bleeding out. And I didn't listen to him. Tell you what, I don't know what's up with the recordings and you all telling me what to do and I don't do it. How can we do this? Boy, I'm not going to like the way this looks. Maybe, though. I have an idea. This is all wood. No. Changes right there. I better save my concrete. I better not use that concrete up. Oh, nice. It's snow right through here. Oh, but that's not snow. Ah, son of a gun. Is that? I think it is. So that's not going to work out right. Yep, that's that block hanging down. So we're going to have to go down at an angle to get around that. Well, that's no problem. You know what, I wanted to cut back in here. To be careful too, I don't have a cave in because there's a lot of weight up here on this particular area. I'm gonna stay in line with this. Hope you don't mind that I'm not editing this out. Shouldn't take me very long to get it done. I need to check our wood supply. You know, we use most of our wood for the spikes. We could just go out and take the axe and cut down a few trees. Not a big deal to make ourselves some more wood. I tell you what, we're gonna need some more wood frames though. Let's make 100 more. That minefield is bigger than I imagined. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Alright, so that's the point that we're trying to get to. It's funny, I dug that out, the actual height, not knowing that I was going to have to dip down. Dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dip. Let me do that right. Take those out. I'm going to have to make a ramp. It's right there, Spartan. Let's see how this could work. Ooh, I was trying to use the wrong button to rotate these. Huh. What can we do here to make this look right? Can we do that and then... having to do a little, get a little creative here because I didn't expect to run into the reinforced concrete right here, but I guess, you know, this is not very far down. Oh. So we could do something like that, and then I need to take this snow out that's in here and replace it with some real blocks. Some real blocks. It's the real stuff here, baby. Alright, something like that. And then we'll have to build a wall there. Boy, these game created blocks, you get hung up on those things. Now it should be smooth sailing. So we come down here, walk right here, and don't collapse. Nice. Maybe something like that. Little something like that. Little something like this. I'm gonna build this up here. And yeah, we put our wall in right there. I'm just trying to figure this out as I go. I want it to look cool. Spend so much time on the defenses and all of that stuff, and you don't do much to the interior. Not much of an interior decorator, but it would be nice to have this beautiful looking. If you're gonna do it, you might as well do it right. Alright, something like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to go out here and cut some more trees down too. Instead of tapping into our wood source over at the other base, we'll just boy, it's raining hard up top there. That has to go. There's that old airplane. Still kicking. Never did turn that off. I should have turned airdrops off after the first 40 or 50 days, because I can't tell you the last time I picked one of those up or set out to pick one of those up. It's been quite some time. We could probably kind of build that in right there. We don't need all of that space. Tell you what we can do. Let's make ourselves some ramps. Let's make, we'll make 12. Do something like that. Little something like that. Well, that's kind of silly looking. I think a little better with the flat blocks right there and the angled going this way, and then we'll do we need to dig that out. Hope you don't mind the base designing here. Trying to get a little creative on you. Get those creative juices flowing. So a little something like that, maybe. Make it easy to just slide around the corner, something like that. And oh, I don't think I meant to do that. No. All right, so we're coming down here. We need to go to the outside. Yeah, that looks okay. I guess we'll settle with it like that. Don't want to waste too much more time on it, but absolutely it's going to have to go a ramp down there. Oh, you son of a gun, you Spartan. Hopefully we don't get a cave-in. Should be enough support around, but I've seen stranger things happen. Can't ever be too careful with the old cave-ins. Get a little support in there before we start digging out anymore. Gonna put a ramp right here and a ramp right there. All right. Does it all line up? I guess it does. It surely does. And it might look good to have a ramp right here. I don't know why I'm talking all high like this, Paul. Something like that. So we can just slide down. Now dip. I'm going to take out this dirt. Something like that. Oh, we need to take this one out. I want to have wood all over. Looking good, Mr. Spartan. Did it work out just right with the ramps? I believe it did. Look at you, Spartan. Look at you. Well, hopefully you didn't mind that little bit of time there, doing a bit of designing. Sometimes you have to create on the fly. I did not expect to run into the issue that I ran into with having to go down lower. I was thinking I'd just tunnel around this pillar right here. And that did not work out for us, so we had to do what we did here. Looks good, though. It's going to work. Doesn't have to be super fantastic or anything like that, but it does need to be functional. And I did want it to look, you know, somewhat appealing. All right. We can put ourselves a little ceiling in there, or we could just go with it like that. Of course, we're going to need to take the bottom row out. So let's see what it looks like if we're walking into it. So we're running down here, and there we go. Okay, that's not bad looking at all. There's no way to get rid of that dirt that's right there. That kind of stinks. All right, well, that's going to have to work for us there, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to change up a little bit from what I had planned. And that's all right. We always find a way to make it work. You gotta work it, gotta work it. All right. We don't pick any up by accident or destroy any. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to come down this hallway and get this all finished out as well. A little gas. So hopefully I did my math right when I was looking at the videos. I just glanced at the time of them, and hopefully we don't run over in this episode, but if we do, I apologize now in case I cut off mid-sentence when I get this video published tomorrow. Sometimes that happens to me. I get a little carried away, forget how long we've recorded for, and all right, let's see. Wood frames, let's do 50, 18. Let's just do 18 more. How about that? Wow, we're out of wood. I need to go cut some trees down. Absolutely get that done next episode. We need to clear out some trees anyway. So it'll be a perfect opportunity for us to clear out the area around the base. And we'll finish this up next episode as well. We'll just get this hallway down, get a ladder at the end, get our hatch put up top. And I haven't been in here in quite some time. Yeah, alright, so see what it looks like from down there. Now this kind of more of a finished product up top. Of course, we need to get all those spikes up to steel as well. So we're gonna have a lot of steel to get done. It's gonna take us quite some time to manufacture enough steel to complete this base, this build. But that's another one in the books there, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you hanging here with me. Hopefully it was mildly entertaining for you today at least. We'll do what we typically do. We'll make ourselves a little platform, build ourselves up here, and take a look at the progress for the day. The biggest progress was getting all the spikes placed, getting them all up to the first or the last level of scrap, and then turning some of them into steel. You know, we covered a decent amount of these spikes in steel, all the way down there and back around over here. So we just have maybe not even half of it left to go, and we'll be done with all of that. But let's turn this UI off. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, hanging out here with me today. Come back tomorrow, and we're going to get some more progress done and get this thing one step closer to completion. Everyone take care, and I'll see you then.